Creepypasta, The Onion's Curse. It was a quiet evening when I decided to revisit an old classic, PaRappa the Rapper 2 on my dusty PlayStation 2. I was in the mood for something lighthearted and nostalgic. What better way to spend a few hours than rapping along with PaRappa and his bizarre friends? The game booted up just like I remembered. Its quirky charm, colorful characters, and infectious beats brought me back to my childhood. I cruised through the first level with ease, cooking burgers to the rhythm. It was fun, innocent, and exactly as I'd expected. Then came the second level, romantic love. In this stage, PaRappa and his best friend PJ Berri are chilling at home, watching TV. The show is hosted by none other than Master Onion, their old martial arts instructor, who's now giving tips on how to be a good lover. It's hilarious in the way only PaRappa can be. Master Onion rapping about the art of romance, while PaRappa tries to impress his crush, Sunny Funny. The level started normally. The familiar beat kicked in, and Master Onion appeared on the screen with his cheesy but charming lines. Kiss, love, punch, hug. Show them you care. I smiled, pressing the buttons in rhythm, nodding along with the music. But when I reached the end of the level, something changed. As Master Onion wrapped up the lesson, his face filled the screen like always. But instead of his usual cheerful grin, he looked different. His eyes were dull, his smile strained, almost forced. Then he leaned in closer, his voice dropping to a low, unsettling tone. Tamanegi-sensei, you are very, very gay. I froze. My heart skipped a beat. What did he just say? I wasn't sure if I heard it right. I sat there staring at the screen waiting for some kind of punchline or glitch to explain it. But no, it wasn't a joke, and it wasn't some weird sound error. Master Onion just stared at me unblinking as the words echoed in my head. I laughed nervously, trying to brush it off. Maybe it was some bizarre localization error. I hadn't touched the game in years, and there were rumors of strange things hidden in old games, but this? It felt deliberate, targeted. I tried to keep playing, but something was off. As the next level loaded, the game felt darker. The once vibrant colors were muted, and the music, usually so lively and upbeat, sounded slower, distorted. PaRappa's face looked wrong. His usually wide, happy eyes seemed hollow, as if he wasn't sure where he was anymore. Even PJ Berri, always so chill, looked nervous, glancing around like he knew something was wrong too. The camera kept cutting back to Master Onion's TV show, but each time it did, his face would get closer, filling more of the screen. His expression was becoming more twisted with each passing second. His eyes were too wide now, his smile stretching unnaturally across his face. And then, as if I wasn't already on edge, the screen flickered and went black. A few seconds of silence passed. Just as I was about to restart the game, Master Onion's face reappeared, this time in full screen, staring directly at me. His voice, a low whisper, filled the room. You are very, very gay. I dropped the controller. My heart pounded in my chest. This was no longer a game. His words weren't just a weird glitch. They were aimed at me. His gaze was inescapable, and I couldn't look away. I tried to turn off the console, but nothing worked. The power button was unresponsive. The screen flickered again, and I heard static buzzing from the speakers. In the darkness of the room, I felt a presence. Something watching me. My skin crawled, and I could feel the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Suddenly, the TV screen began flashing images. Quick, barely visible, but enough to send shivers down my spine. PaRappa's face twisted into a grotesque grin. Sunny Funny, her once adorable flower head now drooping and wilted. And always Master Onion staring, his eyes now black voids, his smile growing larger and larger. You can't escape, his voice whispered through the static. The words flashed on the screen over and over. You are very, very gay. My head pounded and the room started spinning. I tried to stand up, but I couldn't. My legs felt weak, like they didn't belong to me anymore. The walls seemed to close in, the room shrinking as Master Onion's voice grew louder, repeating the phrase like a chant. I stumbled toward the door, desperate to get away, but the screen followed me. His eyes, his voice. It was everywhere now, even inside my own head. You are very, very gay. The phrase, once meaningless, now felt heavy, like it was wrapping itself around my brain, squeezing, suffocating me. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think. All I could see was that grinning, distorted face, mocking me from the shadows of my own mind. I don't know how I got out of that room, but when I woke up, it was morning. The TV was off, the console unplugged. Everything looked normal, except for the lingering echo of Master Onion's voice in my ears. I haven't touched the PlayStation since, but sometimes late at night I can still hear it, the faint beat of a long-forgotten rap song, and that voice. You are very, very gay. I haven't slept much since then, and now, when I look in the mirror, I swear I can see him, watching.